Hello everyone, welcome back to Clear Creek Solutions instructional videos, and today we're going to be doing the quick start for the Sacramento area hydrology model. We're going to show you where you can download it, how to install it, and how to start using the model. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to the Clear Creek Solutions website. So we're going to go to www.clearcreeksolutions.info. This is where we can download it. We're going to go to downloads. You're going to want to scroll down to the Sacramento area hydrology model. That's this one right here. This is where you can download the model here, and you can view the changelog for our software here. So I'm going to click the download button, and that'll begin the download up in the top right corner if you're using Microsoft Edge, or you can go to your File Explorer and view the Downloads tab to also view that download. So that's going to download here. It won't take that much time. That's what's great about Clear Creek Solutions software. Then when that's done, you're just going to want to double click and that'll begin the installer. I already have it installed on my system, so I'm not going to do it again. But you're simply just going to want to click it. And sometimes it does this. You're just going to want to keep the software. Click it, run the installer. It's very simple. And then an icon will appear. You can either search for it on your desktop or just click SAHM. There's Sacramento area hydrology model. Click the app there to open the software. Okay, so now we have it opened up. This is the initial map that we see here. Before we begin any project, you're going to want to select a location on the map. But a few quick things here. We have the file where you can save the project as a different version, or view recent files here. You can view the summary report as well as the important help files right here, such as the SAM user manual. This is going to have all the information on the software as well as a help file. This is interactive inside the software to help teach you different aspects of the program. I would take a look through that if you have any questions. You can also view different toolbars here and cut, copy, and paste text. Now, to select our location on the map, you may want to find a very specific location. So you can use the scroll bar here, or we can use that extents to go back there. Now we can hit plus on the magnifying glass, and that's going to zoom in on a specific location on the map, and then you can use these arrows here to scroll left, right, down, up, and so on. These will zoom back out, and this will zoom back to the extent. So let's say you know where your location is. We can zoom in, use these arrows to find the very specific street that your project's on. Let's say it's right here. When you select it, a rain gauge will be pulled up with a precipitation factor of 0.941. That's just adjusted based on where your project location is within the rain gauge due to elevation. You can add site information, such as the site name, address, and city here. Now, this doesn't affect the project or how the data is computed or how anything else is computed, but it will show up in a post-project report that if created, the software will automatically input the site name, address, and city in there. So if you have a reviewer looking at your project, anyone else, or you're reviewing the project in the future, putting that information in there will help remind you where that site location was. So now that we have our location selected here, we can zoom to the extents to see where it is. We want to go to the schematic next. This is where we're going to begin building our project. We have two scenarios here. We have the pre-project, which is the historical condition of the project site, and the mitigated, which is the developed condition of the project site with mitigation in place. This is going to be after your project development, where you're going to have your mitigation methods, probably impervious area, and other factors there. Let's build out a pre-project scenario really quickly. First thing we're going to want to do is add a land use basin. That's where all of our land use area is going to be. Left click on the basic elements. Go to the schematic grid here and left click again to insert that land use basin. We can use the arrow to move elements in the schematic and view the coordinate system down here on the XY plane. So now that we have this basin selected, we could change the name if we want. We could change it to Drainage Area 1 if we prefer. It doesn't matter. We can change the name whatever we want it to be. By using the scroll bar here, you can see all the area that's included for the land use basin that you have access to, and it'll show you the pervious total as well as the impervious total of area down below. So let's say we wanted to add some bee grass moderate here. We have bee grass moderate. Let's say we wanted 4 acres. You just simply type in 4. Now there's 4 acres of bee grass moderate. We can see there's some slope options here: 0 to 1%, 1 to 2%, 2 to 5%, and then greater for 5%. And if you hover over it here, it'll explain that for you. And then probably in your mitigate scenario, you'd also have some impervious area. Let's say we wanted to compute runoff from this pre-project. We'd want to right click on the basin, go to connect to point of compliance, and then run the scenario That's going to help run our pre-project runoff. We would set up our mitigated scenario, do the same thing, set up our mitigation methods, and then view that flow duration standard in the analysis tab there. So that's the quick start for the Sacramento area hydrology model. If you have any questions, leave it in a comment down below, and we'll see you guys next time.